How should you perform a side split position? Should you keep an upright torso position, or should you fold your trunk down? This is exactly what we'll be talking about in this video. The flexibility guy, Coach Elia. Hey guys, the flexibility guy, Coach Elia here, and in this video I'm gonna teach you how to perform a side split position, and I'm gonna be really specific about a thing. So, should you keep an upright torso position, so with your torso perpendicular to the floor, or should you bring your torso down parallel to the floor instead? Alright, this is what I'll be talking about in this video. But before I start, since we'll be talking about splits, there's no better book than Split Hacking to master your splits. So if you want to master your splits, increase your lower body flexibility level, this is the book for you. And you can check it out following the link in the description down below. Alright, now with that said, let's start. Alright guys, so when you are in a side split, you have, talking about the torso position, some things to understand, something to figure out. Alright, so let's say a side split position. As you can see, I have some blocks because the yoga blocks are really important if you want to master your side split. Now, when you are in the side split, there are two positions. The first one, I call it a side split, a regular side split, alright, where you have your torso in an upright position. So you have your torso perpendicular to the floor. Now, your hips are in an anterior tilt, with that meaning that you are arching your back. That's standard, all right? I'm not talking about your feet, I'm not talking about your hips, I'm talking about your torso, all right? When you are in a side split, in a regular side split, your torso will look like this. But if you look at that from the side, you're gonna be seeing that your torso is not exactly perpendicular to the floor. It's tilted in front of you, like some degrees in front of you. It's not really perpendicular, but you have to bring your torso a little bit in front of you, but just a little. But you do want to keep an upright torso as much as possible. So that's kind of the activation you do want to maintain if you want to do a side split, a regular side split. Then there's the back split. And during a back split, you basically bring your torso down toward the floor, and you do want to reach kind of a position which is almost parallel to the floor with your trunk, all right? Your hips remain in an anterior tilt, so you do want to arch your back, you do want to keep your hips in line with your feet, your legs straight, but this time you bring your torso down parallel to the floor this way, all right? Now you might ask yourself, what's the difference between a regular side split and a back split? Now, the back split is the easiest between the two, all right? Because as you bring your torso down, as you do this, so as you bring your torso in this position here, you decrease the pressure on the front ligaments of your hips, all right? Which is gonna be shortened by this movement here. Now, there are a couple of rules here for the back split. This is excellent if you want to improve your flexibility level, but you have to make sure that your shoulders stay above your hips level. A lot of people just go too much like down with their shoulders as they go into the back split, all right? They're staying like with their shoulders below their hips level, and that's the first mistake. The second one is that as they bring their body down, they make a second mistake, which is bringing the hips back. So as they start in the regular side split, they are correctly aligned. Then as they go down with the body, they shift back with their hips, all right? Even a little movement is not good here, all right? So as you are in the back split position, make sure that your hips stay in line with your feet, all right? And as you bring your torso down, I have always some yoga blocks under my chest as well, because that allows me to relax my torso completely and to keep my hips in line with my feet. So, couple of tips here, all right? take them, all right? So yoga blocks, of course, under your hips. I'm not talking about the technique of the side split. I got a lot of videos on this channel, but during a box split, so if you want to perform a box split, which is this strategy here, which I strongly suggest you do want to make sure that you have something under your chest. Something under your chest, always, all right? Like this. Now, when you are in the side split, in the regular side split, instead, you have your hips in line with your feet, of course, your body straight. But now, as you can see, I'm not really perpendicular to the floor because that is bringing my hips too much behind my feet. If I want to bring my hips in line with my feet, I have to slightly tilt my body in front of me as I am in this side split, all right? So that's the main difference, and this position here is by far the hardest between the two because here I got that additional pressure on the front part of the ligaments here of the hips, which is going to pull my legs together and less into an abduction, which is the range of motion I'm using here in the side split, all right? So that's the main difference. Doesn't matter the depth, you know, there are a couple of rules which are always true. When you are in the box split, you do want to maintain your shoulders above your hips level, all right? Always. Trunk straight, open hips, all right? Anterior tilt, you go down. When you are in the side split instead, your body is slightly tilted forward, this direction here, slightly, all right? But you're keeping everything in place. Everything is straight. That's the main idea you do want to have when you perform a side split. And now you know that there are two main variations you can use. The box split, so body tilted forward, the side split, body in line with the floor, but not really because it's really a little tilted forward. So guys, the side split is such an amazing stretching position to achieve and one of the hardest stretching positions to achieve. But I've been using the box split, which is the kind of different variation for years now, and I can say that that variation there helps a lot with the side split because it's kind of the same range of motion. It's gonna be improving your legs apart flexibility, your side split flexibility, all right? But it's gonna put a little difference, all right? It's gonna make a little difference on your hips because by bringing your body forward, like folding your body forward, all right, that is gonna create a little less pressure on the front ligaments of your hips, all right, but all the rest, the adductors, the stretch on your muscles will remain kind of the same, all right, but that little difference will make a huge difference in terms of like range of motion and level of comfort you can feel during the position, all right? So what I strongly suggest you do here is to work on the box split, all right? You always want to do the box split first, just to warm up your hips, to kind of build the stretch, build the range of motion there. Then, once you are comfortable with the box splits, you can also do the side split. I usually do them both during my sessions, all right? So I go into the box split first to warm up my hips, to kind of get used to the range of motion, and then I do the side split, all right? That's the main idea I do want to have when I train for the side split. But now, I know that you may have a lot of questions, a lot of doubts, a lot of opinions. If you give this strategy a go, like you have some questions, you have something to ask, I'm gonna be really happy to have a chat with you in the comments down below. So leave a comment, and also if you enjoyed the content, remember you can leave a thumb up and help me grow this YouTube channel. It's free, I'm here for you, and I'm more than happy to know if you liked the video. All right guys, now you know what to do in a side split to improve your range of motion. All right, have a nice stretch and see you in the next video. Bye.